March 12th, 2026. Very interesting day in the market today. We had a continuation of what's been happening in the NASDAQ. We are still consolidating, and look what happened. We had a very significant event occur. The first red MACD histogram bar printed today, with, of course, an increase in selling volume. This is leading to higher probabilities of a sell-off tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday of next week. So our daily bias is now flipping from a 50-50 sort of perspective. It's now flipping closer to that 60-40 or 65-35. It's now tipping. So you can see here, look at the MACD momentum, stalling. The buyers were stalling, weren't able to gain any ground. And then look at this. We have that first flip down, all of this red pouring in. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how that manifests. And right now we're going to look at how many times did a proper alignment occur today, and would it have resulted in a win or a loss? So we open the day right here. Right before the market opens. Okay, we'll go a few minutes before the market opens. Okay, denoted by this vertical line. That's where we are in time. So we have our 2-hour strong in the downside. Our 30-minute is tapering. It hasn't crossed over yet, but it's definitely going down, tapering. And our 15-minute is already in the red, strong in the red. So that's what we see before the market opens. So as the market does open and unfold, what do you notice with the VWAP, which is the purple line right here? Do you notice anything interesting? Price action comes up, hits VWAP, starts holding VWAP. Look at this. Look at how crystal clear the market is being right here. Not penetrating, not passing through, not bouncing off. It's literally consolidating at VWAP. And then what do you see? A fat rejection candle. Momentum. Look at the momentum as we're consolidating. Look at the momentum. See this? See how crystal clear it is? And the entry was right here. This is the full alignment for the strategy. Why? We're on the right side of the momentum. We have a volume confluence. 2x3 volume confluence in this case. So that is a no-brainer. You enter at the close of the candle, stop loss slightly above or on the previous candle. First target was hit, second target was hit, third target was hit. And first, second, third, fourth, that final target was hit as well. So that's a good trade. And I missed it, unfortunately, because I was distracted. So that's too bad. So let's go and look at the next momentum wave, because here's the 5-minute. This is the wave that we just caught with our strategy. So that all unfolds. Look at the 5-minute. It's about to go against the downward momentum. We're looking for downward alignment. So it's about to go against all of that. See, now it's going against the alignment. Now we're waiting for it to realign. Okay, not yet. Now it's starting to align again. See that histogram bar right there? We're not going up. We're now flipping to the downside. That's a powerful, powerful entry signal. And what do you notice right here? Notice anything interesting? A volume confluence on the right side of the momentum. So the entry was right here at the close of this candle. I entered late. But this was the proper entry. Why? Because we have alignment manifesting here with a volume confluence. First target was hit, which means it's a win. And the runners got to capture more and more profits. 2 wins on the day. And I took this trade right here, as you can see by the yellow line. And that was an improper trade because the 5-minute was not going with us. Everything else was. 5-minute was not. I had a volume confluence on the right side of the momentum. That's why I took the trade. We had been playing with this pre-market low. Look at this pre-market low. Rise, bounce, rise, off of VWAP, reject, penetrating through that level. That was my entry logic. Good win. Let's see if we can find another alignment for the day. We need the 5-minute to align with the higher time frames, right? That's what we need. Doesn't happen until right here. Right here is when it happens. So let's go to that point and see what we can see. Here we are. So had we entered a little bit early before this candle had printed, So here, look at this. Pay very close attention. We're stalling. We're not really falling yet, so we don't want to take any short trades. For sure, we don't want to take any short trades. The 15-minute isn't even going with us anymore. It's going up. So we wait until we see a volume confluence on the right side of the histogram. So right here, volume confluence, right side of the histogram. So we would normally take this trade, but why didn't we? Well, the 15-minute is not aligned anymore. So it's not a full alignment trade. We're just looking for full alignment trades to be able to discuss. And one is occurring right now in the aftermarket. Look at that. And we're going to get onto that next. So you're wondering, well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? When's the next alignment? Well, it's not just dependent on the 5. We don't want to care if just the 5 aligns to the downside. We want a full alignment between the 2-hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, the 5-minute. And once these are all aligned in terms of momentum, then we have a good strong edge. So when does that happen next? When does the 15 start to flip to the downside? Well, it happens about right here. Gets close. Not here. It's just ticking down. That doesn't mean anything. Here, it's getting close to that middle line. It means the momentum is actually shifting right around here. So we go to there and let's see what we can find out. Notice the 30-minute is losing its strength. Still in the red, and that's okay. Even if the MACD is not going with us, as long as the 30 is in the red and the 2 hours in the red, and they're aligned in terms of those momentums, not necessarily the histogram bar, but just the overall direction, that's okay. The 15-minute and the 5-minute, we want those histogram bars to definitely be aligned, and we also care about the region as well. So if it's really high in the green and it just starts going down, no, that's not permission yet. We want it to be near the 0 line or already deep in the red, and we want those expansions. This is where discretion and experience and all of those things come in to play. So right here, we're starting to actually taper into the downside. I wonder why it's I did take a trade right here. It's what my logic was. It's what I was thinking. Why? We had a volume confluence right here on the right side of the momentum. 5-minute is basically going with the right direction. The 15-minute, like I was just explaining, is now finally near that middle line going down. So we enter right here at the close of the candle. Stop loss at the top. And we finally hit target over here. Never hit stop loss. Finally hit target. It's a good short trade right there. Let's see. Was there another opportunity for an alignment? Do you see it? Look. Look right here. Look what's happening. Right here, the 5-minute is now tapering down. Hasn't crossed over yet, but it is tapering down. The 15-minute is about to cross as well. This is about to be a powerful alignment that occurs. And that's what happens right here. I took this trade as well. So we have a tick down, not going up. We have a tick down on the histogram. We have a volume confluence right here. These are all aligned like we just talked about. So the stop loss goes slightly above the entry candle, right around here. And before that stop loss was hit, our first profit target was hit. That's another win. Second target even got hit as well before the stop loss. And then that was all of the setups for the day, except for one more actually, which happens right here. We don't have a volume confluence. Well, this is a volume confluence. That's a 2x3 volume confluence, so technically that is allowed. This one did not lead to profit, though. This was an actual loss. Target was never hit. Stop loss over here, at the top of the candle. Profit target was never hit, unfortunately. So all in all, we had a good day. Good day in trading. It was a choppy day, so it was a nasty day to trade, if we're being honest. This whole middle, I mean, this first opening 2 hours, like always, was easily tradable. But the middle was horrible. Look at this. You can just see it. And then look at this clean continuation happening at the end. Very interesting. And with all that being said, let's see what happens tomorrow.